What's up, guys? This is Mando with M Traders, and we're gonna be talking about UGAZ DGAZ natural gas, UNG. The main ones, the ones that we actually focus on, right? So what's going on? Well, obviously we saw that the 2.48 was a very critical point or level, which rejected pretty harshly. Let's do a 4 hours. 4 hours, I think it's better. Excuse me. And we are currently at around 2.10, which that was actually a pretty good rejection point. I did bought the dip and sold around about not UGAS. I bought in about 12.18 or 12.20, if I'm not mistaken. Let's check it out. Yeah, I am bought back there. It would have been a nice scalp for me, but I did not. Okay, so this is what I'm seeing. We are yet to hit that downtrend. On this one is on UGAS. I'm looking at UGAS. We still are on that down channel. I was thinking we probably were going to bounce from here if everything worked out fine, and it did bounce from here. However, it still hasn't reached my level, which will be, if everything goes again good tomorrow, it should be about 13.15 before coming back down to the like 11-ish area. Now, this is just purely technical. Fundamentally, we are still not seeing any type of bullish changes. Everything looks bearish, right? So summer is almost over and the demand wasn't there. Supply still was pretty high. However, we're looking at the contracts for December. They're pretty cheap. Let's see what's even November. Let's look at December. December, we're at 2.417. That was the low. It went all the way up to 2.448. So it did win 4 cents, which if you trade futures is actually pretty good, right? Now, if we are the same way we are acting now, we might be looking at another spike like last year. Let's look at just regular NG, where it went to 4.929. That was crazy, right? The lowest it has been was, I think, 1 point something. So I think we gotta go even. We're in the lowest of the lowest for several years already. So I need to add a time frame. Let's do 10 years. Let's do weekly. Add, apply. Okay. All right. So we should be good. 10 years weekly. So we saw coming down all the way to 1.611. After we had hit back in 2014, we hit 6.49. It came back down all the way to 1.611. Where do I see a support? Let's see, where do I see a support? Or resistance, whatever you want to call it, depending on what you're playing. I see support at this area. However, we did look on the weekly. It seems that we did cross that weekly support of about 2.19 or 2.20. I think that'll be the best one. We did close below that line, and I think we might still be seeing a downtrend. Next area of support will be, or big area of support will be 1.97 or close to 2.0. Now, there's still no bullish catalyst yet. Exports are still LNG exports are still down. We still got a lot of tankers that are filled and not going anywhere. Exports are still down We're still importing natural gas, but yeah, we cannot seem to be holding our game when it comes to exporting natural gas to other countries. Any bullish catalyst? There's not. The consumption wise, so the GFS 00Z as ensemble is neutral versus yesterday 12Z results. Again, 00Z, 12Z means just 0-100 hours, 1200 hours. Pipeline nominations are down slightly. Dry gas production estimate is mostly unchanged. The ECMWF 0-100 hours operational is showing minor bullish changes. Storage outlook is likely to remain unchanged. So that means that the storage outlook since previous since last week is going to stay the same. So there's not there's not a good amount of catalyst to change the storage, right? How do we get the storage levels? Well, that's another different calculation methods. However, if you guys look at the weekly, it's still writing that EMA down. I got a different type of TOS setup, which somebody asked me to make a TOS setup based on what I have and what do I use, things of that nature. And on the weekly, this area, what we did show that it was oversold. However, we still have not gotten to the, overbought. We still have not gotten to the oversold on the weekly yet. However, I think we have reached on the daily, we have reached oversold. Not really. Kind of bounced from it. We touched that, what is it, 30? The 30 line, and it bounced back up. But I think 4 hours we are oversold. Yep. Same thing, we were oversold for several days, couple days, and then we bounced back up. And we're barely holding above that RSI oversold signal. Now, what's going to happen from here? Well, we don't know yet. I am playing on the sidelines. I did buy some UGAZ. However, once we see that bounce, I'm playing on the sidelines. I'm not too comfortable playing any type of gases yet. Any other tickers that I'm playing? Well, AMD. I did buy some puts. Yeah, I know. I have a lot of lines. We reached 30.46. It bounced right back up all the way to 34. Came back down to 31. Came back up. And we're kind of consolidating in this area. So let's see how the hourly looks like. Hourly, guys call me crazy, but this is what I think. Kind of looks like well, in my eyes it looks like a bear pennant, so I think it's gonna drop. One of the reasons I play bearish on AMD was for the following. Well, we were very close to an all-time high on the daily, right? And it seemed like we had double top as well around this area. Let's do some drawings. And earnings was coming, so I was like, okay, it had a pretty good run. However, I think we double topped. We did cross this resistance over here. However, the reason why I thought we would double top and earnings was going to be the expectations were going to be a little bit too high, in my opinion, and we were going to come down. At least we're going to retest this EMA, which is around well, I think we're already there. It's the daily, so it hasn't updated yet. 32-ish. So yeah, we are around that area right there. So next support level for me, it's this one, which is 31. 31 looks like a pretty good support, and then from there, and the next support, it is at 29. That's the next support. So what I think is going to happen, if we cannot bounce from here or do some type of magic at around, that one looks pretty good as well, at around 32.00, if we're not able to sustain that level, you know, I can expect further downside. So I do have AMD puts. Apple, better than expected earnings, 218. Might it continue the uptrend? I don't know. It's a good question. So let's go see the daily, if this wants to load. Got a lot of drawings. On the daily, I see resistance. This, I think this is a good resistance right there. All right, so what was that? 211. Which we already crossed it, so, and we went all the way up to 218. So we crossed every single resistance there is. So let's see where 218 stands. Well, that's close to that resistance right here, which we will see on the daily. You cannot even see it tomorrow because it has not updated. So what I think is going to happen is it's going to linger around 218, then come down again. It's just my my own opinion. Again, do not trade them based on my advice. It's just what I think. I know a lot of people might appreciate what other traders do think about certain stocks. I think Apple is going to be one of those where it's going to reject. What do we got next? It's awesome. Gold. Ooh, gold did very well. Gapped up today. Well, here's my drawing. I guess it did not reject it, and it actually broke that pennant that I had. It's having a hard time crossing resistance of 1443. The next resistance I have, it's gonna be at, that looks good, like 1449, 1448. And then depending on what I see, I might buy JDST. I'm still not in it. I might buy JDST. We saw that this area, this 1440 area, was actually pretty strong. We still closed about 1440, which, you know, still bullish. That means that the bulls are still in control for it, and we will have to see tomorrow how it plays out. You know, we got to see a little bit more rejection, because we're at 1443, 1444. We crossed 1440. We're still above 1440. There's still buyers coming in. And the last one, one of my plays I had was IWM. IWM, I did. I started shorting it. I went in at around 157. What do I have here? 157.64. Mine was about 157.50. So I do have puts. Why? What do I have puts? Well, based on this, based on these three tops, which it looks like we did cross above it and are holding still above that resistance. So that might be that the bulls are still in control. If that happens and doesn't reject, I might have to cut my losses on my puts on this one as well. The other one that I had was, that I played today, was CHGG or CHEG. So what happened here? Well, let's go to the hourly. On the hourly, I had resistance right at this level. It was an all-time high. Right on the weekly, the daily, we can see the daily there. 4 hours, I think it's going to be the best. And what I saw is resistance at 48.22. So once it reached 48.22, I did bought a few puts and sold towards the end of the day. I sold about 45.90. That's when I sold my puts, and I bought them in at 48. So it was actually a pretty good trade. And that's all of my trades for today. And tomorrow, just keep watching natural gas. I'm still not convinced that it's still bullish for me to go long. We'll wait for further confirmation. And I do not like to play DGAZ at these levels because it's already too low, right? So, well, that's all I have. Best of luck to everybody, and make sure you stay green.